Hey all, welcome one and all. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, that'd be great. If I hit 1 million, I would do a viral um, trending dance that's on the social media platforms. Um, and if I hit 10 million, I'll definitely do something to the point where I'll do the dance, but at a location of the user's choice or popular poll choice, basically. It was streamed as well to a live stream. 1 million live streamed, 10 million live streamed, but at the location of the person's choice. If someone puts in the White House, I'll do the White House. That's only if I hit 10 million users, of course, and two. Anyways, please like or dislike the video if you want. Comment. I read all comments and I try to respond to them as much as I possibly can. Ask questions if you want by leaving them in the comments, and I try to respond to them the best of my abilities when I do get notified, if I do get notified. Um, and basically, I would love some feedback and such, basically. Anyways, so in relation to the viral dance trend, basically, it's interesting. I'm on TikTok, of course, as well too, and I'm seeing all these little videos or TikToks, I guess, or talks, whatever you want to call them, about people like them going viral by getting like X amount of subscribers and X amount of likes. That they're giving classes of how to become viral and how to gain these followers and such. Honestly, it's all I think it's all bogus. Why you'd want to do that, I don't know, basically. But if you do that, um, that's on you at that point. I mean, honestly, going viral is a tricky thing. Basically, it's just like with YouTube as well too. Going viral is a tricky thing, and gaining the subscribers that you need is a tricky thing as well too. I mean, for me, to gain 1 million subscribers, I would have to do some relevant stuff, basically, I think, and basically maybe update my channel, update my videos to an extent where, that's more narrowed down to what people want to see and such, or give out really good content, basically, like what Mr. Beast and Marquise Bolin and everyone does, basically, at that point. Um, but the one thing though is like it's really surprising that people are looking about like like, oh, I need to be viral on TikTok or on Instagram Reels or even on YouTube Shorts for that matter. Uh, honestly, I wonder how TikTok is gonna start paying people. To be honest, it would be interesting how they start paying people if they can, like the way YouTube does. I think people are using TikTok to drive them over to YouTube, of course, so that they get more money as a result of it. Um, but the fact that people are providing classes how to become viral, honestly, if you want to subscribe to them, not subscribe, you can subscribe to them, but if they're asking you to give them money, be very careful about it. It's like me saying basically, hey, look, I doing making $10,000 a week, um doing only 2 hours worth of work a week, or 10 hours worth of work a week, or something like that, whatever it may be. All you have to do is like it only costs $7, and I'll just send you the link, and then you just give me provide $7, and teach you how. It's just basically, why don't you just give me the $7, and I'll just and that's it. Hey, look, boom, there it is. That's how you do it. You give me $7, and so you get other people to pay you $7 as well too, and then hey, look, that's how it goes, basically. Honestly, I don't know if that's. I should probably create TikTok just for that, basically, at that point too. Um, it's very funny. It is funny to the point where like we are in the age of now of like influencers, where now you have high school kids and grade schoolers, middle schoolers, even college students as well too, thinking of like, what, I don't need to focus on my studies. I just need to focus on being an influencer. Honestly, is that the right choice? I don't know. If that is the case, the country itself, the country of the United States of America and its citizens have a big problem at that point, because we're not going to be a nation of innovators at that point. Maybe we might be, but I don't think we will be a nation of true innovators. We'll have to, and then eventually the great outsourcing of not just talent or manual labor is now going to be the outsourcing of great talent, brain wise. That we're going to have to go to, like I mean, we are outsourcing to India. We are outsourcing to China. We are outsourcing to Vietnam, some other Asian countries, as well as Russia, for that matter. to the point where like we're outsourcing our tech talent out there because people are like, oh well, we're giving H1 visas, or there's a reason why we're pulling in H1 visas because we don't have enough talent here in the tech world. Basically, we have too many people focused on the aspects of being influencers that you're not focusing on like straight up math and logic. That's pretty much computer programming is basically, people. It's just pretty much logic more than anything else, and a lot of math. That's it. If you're good at math and you're good at logic, you're gonna be you do really well in this situation as being a developer or software engineer, or or in the tech world, basically. If you want to be a person that, and you don't even have to have a degree in math to be really good at like IT help desk type of stuff, or like networking, IT networking. That's basic stuff that you just have to understand basically, and then go from there and then build off of that. Doesn't require any development skills. It's just a matter of like developing systems at that point. That's it. Or are working on those systems. Honestly, some people have said like what do I have to do to go into the IT field? Not really much. Just basically tinker with like, laptops, tinker with desktop, tinker with tinker with the software itself. Basically, the Windows and Mac operating system. I mean, for Mac OS, it's got Unix already sort of built into it. Mess around with it a little bit, and then you start understanding a little bit. Just start messing with Unix. If you don't have it, I mean, with Windows 10 and 11, it now has WSL, Windows Subsystem Linux. And that's basically a case where like you can actually mess with some Linux stuff as well too if you want to. Honestly, if you want, try to build your own PC. Try to build it basically, and then you'll understand some of the internals of that a little bit at that point too. And then when you start building it, then you'll start installing software. Then you'll like want to create like a network. Networking aspects, and when I'm talking network, I'm talking about computer networking as far as like creating a Wi-Fi versus a wired LAN environment, or WAN for that matter. And hey, it doesn't hurt to get into the cloud environment as well too. You don't need to be certified. Honestly, all you need to do is just understand the cloud a little bit, like working with AWS. I mean, it's really $100 for AWS, Azure, or GCP, and just get in there and just start messing around and tinkering around a little bit. I mean, it's not that really expensive if you have some disposable cash. Just tinker around with it a little bit. I mean, honestly, if you need to, go to Heroku. Heroku is really, really cheap right now, to the point where like you could understand some parts of the cloud and some aspects of software aspects, or some aspects of the applications, and working with them at that point too. But in any case, yeah, I think I diverted a little bit as far as the whole purpose of this video basically is about more of anything else. It's more about people being gullible, susceptible as to like believing other people's TikToks. Like, oh hey, look, I only spend 10 hours a day, or not 10 hours a day, 10 hours a week, or 10 hours a month, making like $10,000 a week, or whatever, or $50,000 a month, basically by just doing 10 hours worth of work on a month, in that situation. And all they got to do is basically create affiliate programming. I mean, affiliate programming, or affiliate marketing has been around for quite a while now, or selling on Amazon or whatever it may be. Some of them, you got to remember, some of these are hit or miss, basically. It's not always accurate, not always entirely true. I'd be very careful, be very cautious, and especially if someone's asking you to give them money, as in like doing a sort of subscription to them by like, providing some monetary value. Like, hey, it only costs you $7 to do this, and I'll teach you. Be very, very careful about that, because it's one of those things where like sometimes they'll just give you the basics of something that's already out there for free on the internet that you could figure out on your own as well too. And that's one of the things where like, you don't need to pay sometimes. Sometimes there's so many things out there on the internet that's so free that you can figure it out as well too. And heck, for that matter, you got the forums, Reddit, Discord, even Telegram for that matter, on Telegram channels. I mean, there's so many out there that you can get some of the stuff that people are willing to help you for free at that point too, like to teach you some of the stuff for free as well too. Honestly, if like I've had questions on certain tech aspects, I would ask questions on like I wasn't too fairly knowledgeable on certain things that I was like, or I plain out plumb forgot. And I was like, hey, does anyone remember how to do like for Postgres as an example? Like, hey, does anyone have to remember how to reset the PG toast? Sometimes it's just a quick lookup, or sometimes just a quick ask, and like someone's like, hey, just do this, and that's it, boom. Or for that matter, like release a lock. I mean, it's like PG, and locking in a table. Like, how do you determine what's a lock in a table, or deadlock for that matter in a table? I mean, sometimes you might forget the query. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot some of the system tables I needed to query against. You could look it up very quickly on the internet or to, whatever it is. I mean, you don't need to like actually just get quote unquote certified. It's a matter of, you can get certified, but it's like being book smart versus applying and applying those book smarts basically. Um, Read all you want to. It's a matter of applying those skills and using them in the real world, basically, and how you use them in the real world as well, too. To be honest, so that's one of the things. And like basically, uh, being taking the ability, basically, to yeah, I want to say yeah, just the things are freely available on the internet for free. You don't have to pay anyone to do some of this stuff. Some of the stuff is out there, and heck, sometimes you could actually just get it through news groups as well too, for that matter. So I mean, honestly, you don't need to pay for someone like, hey, I made $20,000 to do like this. Or sometimes some people will give you investing advice, like, oh, this is how you invest basically, and like, just subscribe or pay me something and I'll tell you, my investment strategy. Go on YouTube right now and you could probably like find so many people giving their investment strategies at that point, and like even helping you how to do puts and calls on options. They'll teach you how to do that for free. And heck, I'll tell you this: my wife, who's not fairly, she became much more knowledgeable than me when it came to puts and calls. I mean, I understand the basics of it, but I didn't know how to do it, and she started to understand it. She researched into it by reading up on it, but also looking up at a lot, watching a lot of YouTube videos on some people that were doing it. They told her some strategies. She called up on it, and she actually did it. Now, granted, um, it's a case where like it's been a year and a half or something like that since she's done it again, and she might have forgotten. So she might just have to reread it, or maybe rewatch certain things, and it'll come back to her again, and maybe she starts doing it again. I don't know. The same thing for me. I might as well just invest some time in basically like researching into this stuff, and I'll probably figure this out. I mean, like hell, I know some people have done that as well too, and like they've done really well by just researching into this. I mean, you don't have to pay people to figure out this stuff. Basically, it's all out there for free, honestly. So if someone asks you that, like, hey, why don't you give me $7? It only costs you $7 or $1 to like learn how this stuff. It doesn't cost you that much. All it is just basically just get online, and that's it. And if you don't have the ability to get online, go to a library. Go to a library. They have internet there for free. Go on there and look it up, or two for that matter. I mean, depending what metropolis you're in, some metropolises have free Wi-Fi. You can use free Wi-Fi there, or go to a Starbucks or nearby Starbucks, or uh, other community locations that offer free Wi-Fi at that point too, and you could just look it up as well too. Now, I'd be careful about streaming media, but like at least reading up documentation and such is a great idea as well too. With that, I mean, let me know what you guys think. I mean, is what you think about this? Like as far as like all these TikTok lessons to become viral, to become, to gain, influencers. I mean, not influencers, but to gain subscribers, to gain likes and such. If you think I'm wrong, please let me know. If I'm right, great. For me, I'm not gonna do anything. I mean, yeah, I probably should focus my channel onto a specific thing, but like I said, I'm using this more specifically than anything else, just to rant out stuff basically, and that's it, pretty much it. I mean, that's more than what I'm trying to do at this point. I mean, it's great if I get subscribers. Honestly, I don't know where this channel is going to go. It's more of a case where like it's evolving. Whatever as if it starts growing popular, and like there's more content that people are focusing on that they want me to focus on, I'll probably focus on those content as well too, and then start talking more about that if I gain more subscribers and such, and then become more bigger at that point. But this is more of a case of just me just liking to talk, and talking to people and like getting feedback from people as well too. Honestly, I would love to like more of a case go into case of podcasting. This is the new form of podcasting, of course, with video, and like it's more of a case of like when you get podcasts and like now being virtual, everyone being virtual, you can do simultaneous group podcasts basically, which would be great to do. I would love to be part of that eventually at one point or another. But in any case, let me know what you guys think. And as I normally do with my videos, these are my opinions alone. I don't represent any entity, any organization, any company, or any persons or people, organization or party. It's just me, myself, that I'm representing. A lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, it's just my opinions. It's not always fact-checked. If it is fact-checked, I will let you know if it's fact-checked, but a lot of the cases it's not fact-checked. And with that, my videos, as I say, I try to treat them as though as I'm live streaming it. So that's why I don't edit them and like, you won't see cuts and like, whatever maybe. I don't choose the best of between different videos and splice them together to make them look seamless. I just basically go as is, because I'm treating it as though as I'm like streaming, basically streaming live. Um, but in any case, with that, I always like to end it off unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.